to Good Vibras. What is up? Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I cannot get over how quickly time goes by. It's honestly insane. I'm like, the weekend comes and then before you know it, it's already Monday again. I'm like, where does the time go? And look, we're already in May. Like, what? I honestly do not even know where the time goes anymore. I'm like, I feel like I just moved to Florida, which was in October, and now it's already May. I'm like, what is going on? Like, time goes by so quickly. It's insane. But anyway, so now that it's May, it's a new month. New opportunities are going to be coming, new blessings. You know, it's a chance for you to get aligned with your goals, set some new goals. You know, you really don't have to wait until like the new year to set all your goals and everything. I love when it's a new month. It's like a fresh start. But honestly, I've also realized like every day you have the opportunity to start fresh on whatever it is, to set new goals. You know, the sun rises and the sun sets and it's a brand new day, always starting fresh. So every day I set goals for myself, but I also do weekly goals and monthly goals, you know, short-term goals, long-term goals, all that good stuff. But with it being May, I figured first episode of May, we're going to talk about cultivating healthy habits. So let's get on going. If you guys follow my personal Instagram or the Good Vibras podcast Instagram, you would have saw that 2 weeks ago. I put up a post saying how I was going to take 2 weeks off from recording podcasts because just a lot of stuff was going on in my life. I wanted to take some time for me, get back on track, and rest. And that ties in with the episode today on cultivating healthy habits. For me, my mental health has become something really important to me. And when I put out these podcast episodes, one, I want you guys to know that like I am also going through trials in life just like you all are. No way have I perfected any of these things that I'll talk about, like habits. You know, I'm still working on these daily. Every day I'm growing, just like we all are, you know. So I never want to come across like, oh yeah, life is perfect, nothing's happening. Now you'd be surprised. A lot happens, but the healthy habits I'm going to share with you guys today, I think are going to help you guys. Hopefully they'll help you guys, and they've helped me so much. So, you know, if I'm going through a lot of stuff, I still can stay focused on my goals. So I wanted to take the 2 weeks for myself, which is super important. And I'll be talking about that in another episode, just about loving yourself and really making yourself a priority. So that's what I did for the last 2 weeks. I took some time for myself. You know, I was able to rest, get back on track. I also was able to plan stuff for the podcast, things that I want to do going forward. So I appreciate you guys for being patient, and you guys sent cute DMs. Thank you so much for being so supportive and waiting for these new episodes. It means a lot to me. So, okay, here I am rambling. Let's get right on into the healthy habits. A lot of stuff going on in life, from the news to our own personal lives. It's very chaotic these days. I feel like, you know, there's always something going on, and it's really easy to get distracted and just have a million tabs open in your brain. I know for me, I am constantly thinking all the time. I have a bunch of tabs open in my brain. Sometimes I forget certain things because I have so many things I'm thinking about. So if I have a thought, I always like jot it in my notes app. But I really got to a point where I was constantly like nonstop on the go, and I was like, I felt overwhelmed, and I was like, all right, I really need to like have some sort of structure in my life. My personality type, I love structure. I love routine. It keeps me in check and just focused, and I'm not all over the place. So I would say within the last 2 years, I really have taken time to figure out what habits work for me, what I should include in my routine just to stay sane and focused. And like I said, like I have not perfected these. I'm still working on these daily and constantly growing. But the things that I'll be sharing with you guys today, they've helped me so much, and I still implement them in my life today. Cultivating healthy habits is super important for your personal growth, and it really helps you just live a happy and healthy life. And that's what I want us to all strive for, because, you know, the outside world is very chaotic. There's a lot going on. It can be stressful and overwhelming. So I really encourage you guys to, you know, hopefully these habits work for you, and just, you know, strive for a happy and healthy life, because it's really, really important that even though we're busy and we have stuff going on, that we still have that balance and still can appreciate and enjoy life. So starting off, though, this is like my top one. Well, no, that's not true. I have a lot of top ones. And this one I really, really enjoy doing. So for me, listening to podcasts is such a big thing. I love listening to podcasts. YouTube has a lot of different videos. I like listening to motivational and encouraging videos on YouTube as well. But for me, podcasts have really been a game changer. I like to listen to podcasts either if I'm cleaning or morning commute or whatever it is. Whenever I have like downtime and I'm like trying to get stuff done, and I like to listen to something in the background, instead of music, I'll listen to some podcasts. And honestly, that has really changed the tone of my day. Sometimes if I start in the morning, I'll listen to them in the morning for a bit, or throughout my day. It just helps. It's very encouraging. It's uplifting. It just makes me feel motivated. There's a lot of different podcasts on the podcast app, whichever platform you use. I'm trying to think of the ones. You listen to good Vibras. That's one. There's a lot of different ones I listen to. I listen to The Porch, which is a Christian, it's a Christian church that they post podcasts as well. So if you are a Christian or you have faith, that's a good podcast to listen to. I listen to a lot. Wait, hold up. Let me pull up my list because I cannot think of any right now. Okay, so one that's really good is New Mindset, Who Dis. It's by Case Kenny. I love this guy. His podcasts are amazing. It's all about mindset, and they're pretty short. Like, I think the most, I'm looking at it now, a lot of his episodes, I think maybe like max 30 minutes. If that, they're really short. Some are 15. And I just love his stuff. Really hits those points and you're just like, wow, that was really good. So I love listening to him. Also, there's one that's Greatest Motivational Speeches. I love those too. They're like really short, 2 minutes. You can find them on YouTube too. And they just get you so pumped. And you're like, yeah, like you feel so motivated. And it gets you a really good mindset. So that's a good one. And then one other one I'll give you guys. Gosh, there's so many. I don't even know. Let's see. For my ladies, there's one that's called Quality Queen Control. That's actually a really good one. And I don't know if you guys, there's so many. If you guys just go on Apple Podcasts and search like certain categories, you'll find a bunch of them. But those are some of my favorites that I listen to. And like I said, on YouTube as well, if you just type in like motivational speeches or any topic, like how to stay positive during trying times, literally anything, just search up on YouTube and you'll find something. Honestly, that's what I've done, and I've come across so many different people, and then I end up subscribing to them or listening to their podcasts, and it's really nice. So I encourage listening to podcasts. It's definitely a game changer. Reading and journaling. So I am so funny. I have like a bunch of books that I'm reading. And like I said, I'm always on the go. I'm really learning how to like relax because I always have to be on the go. That's just like my personality. I always like to be doing something. But I have a bunch of self-help books that I truly, truly highly recommend. I think it's so important to read and journal. I'm trying to get back on my journaling because I haven't had the time to really like be in the zone and journal, but I have when I do get the opportunity, and it's just so nice. I feel like dumping whatever you're thinking on a piece of paper just kind of helps like organize your thoughts. So I highly encourage journaling. You can do Dear Diary if you want. I do whatever, like make it your safe space, like just a space where you can just write down your thoughts. When I read my Bible, I have a journal as well that I use hand in hand. So like I'll write down any quotes that I like from the Bible, any verses that have like hit me, and then I'll write like a little prayer on the other side of that. So that's one way you can journal too, because I like writing out my prayers too. I don't know, whatever your preference is. But for some books that I do recommend, a lot of different books. I like the self-help books. I like the dating books too, like how to cultivate healthy relationships. Just anything that like contributes to like growing as a person. I love those books. I'm obsessed. And I really encourage you guys to read those books. Some people think they're lame. I love the self-help books. And if you guys want to know what books I'm reading, shoot me a DM, because I have so many and I can't think of all of them on the top of my head right now. I could send you guys a picture of some books I read, or I'll post it on the Instagram on the oh my goodness, tongue-tied. See, my brain moves fast. I have so many things I'm thinking about that I like get tongue-tied. I will post on the Instagram story some of the books that I'm reading so you guys can check them out. But yes, so reading honestly has helped me so much. Reading my Bible as well, for those of you who do believe in God or are Christians, whatever your religion is, if you have faith, reading spiritual, religious things have helped me a lot in my life as well. That's like a big thing in my life. When I feel more connected to God, I feel like I have a stable foundation. Like I notice when I don't read my Bible as much or my devotionals or whatever, like I feel like, how do I explain it? Like not chaotic, but I feel like all over the place. Like once I read the Bible and, take time to pray and all that stuff, I just feel more connected and more stable, if that makes sense. So I encourage you guys to read those as well. There's a Bible. I love the Bible app on the iPhones. The app has a lot of different devotionals, and you can type in any keyword like love, anxiety, stress, and it'll come up with a bunch of Bible plans. And they're short, but it's nice because it like keeps you accountable to read daily. It's something quick to start your morning off with, and it has some Bible verses, and then you can like write some notes if you want to. I really love it. So that helps me like set the tone for my day as well. I always read that in the morning, a quick devotional, and then read some Bible verses and just kind of like meditate and pray on that. And then I just feel good to get the day going. Like it puts me in a good mood. So that's one of the other things I do. So also on YouTube, there's a bunch of awesome videos that I've come across, like little mini sermons about like anything in life, like about faith, if you're struggling, trials, how to be positive, like how to trust in God, all that stuff. If you're interested in stuff like that, there's two people that I love listening to. Steve Furtick, Furtick. His videos are awesome on YouTube, and I love listening to him. He has really good stuff. And Maddie Pruitt, she also has she's been like featured on different sermons. Her stuff is amazing too, and she's young. She's 24. I literally love her. I love her content. Like her lessons, and it's so nice to see a young person so motivated and loving God, and her videos are so good. So they're also on YouTube too. I highly recommend those two. I love watching them. They also just get me motivated, and it's nice to see people love God and just putting good stuff out there, and I really enjoy it. If I'm cleaning my room or whatever, I'll put on the TV, and I love listening to them. So definitely check them out. Positive environment. Okay, so this is super, super important. A healthy habit that you should get into, if you haven't already, is really understanding the importance of creating a positive environment in your life. So who you're surrounding yourself with, eliminating every type of toxicity in your life. So who you surround yourself with is a really, really big thing. We sometimes tend to hold on to people or things that are like super toxic to us. I am someone who has definitely done this multiple times. And I'll keep it real with you guys. Like I really have, like that's something I struggled with. I always struggled with like letting go, and I tolerated things that I really shouldn't have. And that will be another podcast episode, so stay tuned. But within the last year, especially the last few months, I really realized the importance of having a positive environment. Like it really is going to make a difference if you're in your life. When you eliminate the things that do not belong, you're going to see your life dramatically change. You really will. And then you're going to be like, wow, like why did I hold on to certain things or people that just weren't benefiting me? Like I feel so much better now. You're not going to be liked by everyone. Not everyone's going to want to be your friend, and that's okay. You want to surround yourself with people who truly love you, care about you, motivate you to be a better person, encourage you, people who are on your wavelength, people who are trying to grow and be a better person. Those types of people in your life are super, super important, and it's going to help you to want to strive for your goals and to be a better person as well. And you guys are going to encourage each other and motivate each other. I have such a good group of friends who, we're all busy. We have our own things going on. But when we connect with each other, we're always listening to each other, encouraging each other, helping each other grow. my friends, I feel so comfortable talking to them about anything, and, you know, they respect me, I respect them, they make me feel comfortable, you know, and we all just help each other want to be better, you know. It's so important to have people like that. And I've had people in my life that, you know, didn't provide that for me. You know, there's some people, what do they call it? Like, they're, like, not soul sucker, that doesn't even sound nice, but, you know, people who kind of, like, drain you. They, like, kind of absorb your energy, but, like, you don't benefit from them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just some people who come into your life and, like, they just drain you, you know, and it's not, you know, everyone's going through stuff, you know, like, it's nothing against them. Like, unfortunately, you know, a lot of people are going through things, people handle things differently, but, you know, I learned, and I'm still learning, you know, as I'm growing up and growing in life and just learning different lessons, you know, you have to be there for yourself. It's super important. No one is ever making you feel some type of way, just like a negative emotion. Like, you never feel positive after being with them or whatever it is. You know, take that as a sign. Like, it may not be the right time for you to be in their life right now, or maybe at all. You know what I mean? Some people just pass through. Some are lessons. Some stay for a season. You know how those sayings go. You know, just make sure you're constantly putting, you know, yourself first when it comes to, you know, who you interact with, because there are people who will come to drain your energy or whatever, and it can bring you backwards if you're trying to reach a certain point, you know, strive for certain goals. You want to be with people who uplift you and make you just feel better after hanging out with them. So be very mindful of your interactions and who you allow into your space, because that's really going to set the tone as well for how you view life. You know, like I said, your environment really plays a key role. And then the eliminating toxicity, you know, that could be anything. That could be a person, that can be a thing, or, you know, it varies for every person. We all have our own weaknesses. We all have, you know, certain things that make us do things we shouldn't, or whatever it is. So you sit down with yourself and identify, okay, what distracts me, what doesn't really benefit me, and really work on eliminating those things from your life. Once you do, you will see such a positive change in your life, and you're gonna have a clear mind. I did that in my life, just eliminating toxic things, and it really was a game changer. I was like, wow, like, my brain feels so much clearer. I'm not stressed. I'm not, like, anxious. Like, I just feel at peace. And I was like, man, it really took that long for me to realize that. Like, you really, you know, when it comes to our happiness, we are in control of that. It's up to us to create, you know, that environment for us to be happy and healthy. So sit down with yourself, be honest with yourself, make a list of the things that are not benefiting you, and make a list of the things that you want in your life that you feel would bring positivity, because that's going to be the game changer. Eating healthy. So, yeah, this is a big one, and it wasn't until a few months ago. So if you guys follow my Instagram, you know, a few months ago I got diagnosed with lupus, which I'll do another podcast episode on that journey and all of that. But it wasn't until a few months ago when I was diagnosed that I kind of started making this healthy habit. So, and I'm still working on it. It is hard to eat healthy. It really is. Like, I never had to worry about what I ate. I mean, I've been a vegetarian and a vegan. Well, I say vegetarian and vegan because sometimes I have pizza, dairy, whatever. But I've been a vegetarian, vegan my whole life. I've never had meat before. So I grew up pretty healthy, but it's very easy to be a carbaholic as a vegetarian. So that was me. Like, I wasn't really about the sweets. I was about the carbs, fries, and I still am. I'm not gonna lie. I love my fries. I love pizza. Like, I just love all the bad foods. So once I got diagnosed, I was like, okay, diet obviously is something that I have to change, because it's really a big thing with lupus, and it can help with inflammation, which, like I said, I'll do a separate podcast on this because I will dive deeper into that. But so I had to eat health. You know, eating healthy was a new goal for me this year. I was like, okay, eating healthy is really what my body is depending on. Like, I really need to crack down on this. And it's super hard to give up things that you ate for 24 years, you know? So, but what I will say is eating healthy, like, I noticed that the foods that I ate my entire life, it obviously tasted good, but then I would feel so bloated and just like lethargic afterwards. Once I started eating obviously healthier foods, veggies, gluten-free, whole grain, whatever it was, I wasn't that inflamed. And my brain literally felt clearer. It was wild. Like, and obviously, like, I'm still working on that. So even now I'll notice, like, if I have a cheat day and I eat, you know, something quote unquote bad, like, you know, it's not healthy for me right now. Like, I need to eat better. But if I crave an Impossible Burger, right? I have a burger, I have some fries. Oh, it tastes so good. Afterwards, I'm like, bro, I can go for a, like, 2-hour nap. I'm tired. I don't want to do anything. I feel lethargic. And I'm sure most of you feel the same way after you eat, like, fast food or whatever. And then I eat broccoli or whatever, not just broccoli, but, like, something super healthy, turmeric rice, whatever it is. And I'm just like, ooh, like, I feel good. Like, I have energy. Like, I feel good. So you definitely see the difference. And my brain doesn't feel cloudy. I feel happier. It's weird. It's a legit thing, though. And it's funny because my roommate, she's all about, like, healthy eating, and she knows a bunch of recipes, and she'd always tell me, like, bro, you gotta eat better. Trust me, you'll feel better, your brain. And I'm like, nah, there's no way. And then I'm like, wait, you're right. Like, it's weird. Like, it actually is true. What you eat literally impacts how you live your life, how you think, your thought process. So definitely eating healthy, you know, take the time to nourish your body with healthy foods. And like I said, I'm still working on this because it's hard. Some days you're just like, oh, I'm craving those fries with sweet and sour sauce. That's me, like, almost on the regular. It's insane. You know, it's hard, but then I'm just like, every time I eat a bad food, I'm just like, oh, why'd I do that? Exactly, because I know I'm like, oh, it makes me feel some type of way, but I just wanted it in the moment. So, you know, eating healthy foods is going to make you feel a lot better. And just really, you know, your body, they say, like, your body's a temple. Nourish it. Take care of it, you know. Your body's going to thank you for it. And listen to your body, because your body does speak to you. So, you know, take care of your body. Feed it good stuff. Nourish it. Just like you nourish your mind and your soul, nourish your body as well. That is a great habit to get into. This is my favorite one, too. And unfortunately, I had to slow down a bit because of the whole lupus thing, like my joints. I'm still trying to heal them and just get a little bit stronger because they've been really weak. And I would get, like, severe pain after working out. But I love fitness. And this has been the hardest thing for me lately because obviously I have to slow it down. And I'm like, oh, I miss it. But fitness, doing things outdoors, I highly encourage it, guys. I'm telling you, like, you will feel so good. I know, like, after a workout, I'm, like, pumped. I'm feeling good. I feel so motivated, and I just feel strong physically and mentally. Like, it just goes hand in hand. Like, you just feel amazing. And obviously, there's days where you're just like, oh, I don't want to work out, but push yourself. You will not regret it. Fitness is honestly a really, really healthy habit. You don't have to go crazy. Fitness can be different for everyone. Don't look at the Instagram. Sometimes fitness on social media can be a little toxic. Like, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, there's some accounts that, like, post, like, just a bunch of body pics. And, like, I think fitness is more than just, like, the physique, like, how you look. Obviously, that's a big thing because if you're striving for certain goals, maybe some of your goals are to, you know, be more toned or whatever it is. That's important. If you're reaching a goal high, of course, like, I want you to reach your goals. But what I learned in my journey was that it was more than just, oh, I want to have more toned legs, I want to have abs or a bigger butt, whatever it was. I realized, like, my body just felt good and felt stronger working out, and that motivated me to work out. So I was no longer looking at, oh, I just want this. I was like, okay, I do want, you know, abs or whatever it was, but I also do feel good about myself when I work out. It makes me happier, makes me feel stronger mentally as well, and that motivated me to keep going and just get up and work out. So when you look at it in that mindset, it helps you and motivates you to want to do that. Also, walking outdoors. I love just being outside. In Jersey, I would go on a lot of hikes. Obviously, here in Florida, it's pretty flat. There's no hiking trails, but there's a bunch of trails by the water, which I'm sure if you guys follow my Instagram, I always, you know, post every so often, like, where I'm at walking by the water, and it's just so beautiful, just being outdoors. And it's funny, right now I'm actually on my break and I'm recording this podcast by the water in my car, and it's just so nice. Something about nature, just being in nature, and just, it clears your mind. I'm sure you guys feel that if you're going for a run, it feels good. Like, just clear your mind, go on a walk, go for a run, be outside in nature, take the time, even if it's like 10 minutes, just sit outside for a little bit, soak in the sun, rest, hear the noises of the outdoors, nature. Or if you have an hour, go for a walk or go for a run. Really take time to be outside. Sometimes it's what you need just to have a clear mind. I've noticed myself, like, it's helped improve my mood. If I'm feeling down or whatever it is, I would just go outside, go for a walk, and I just felt much better. I was able to clear my mind, just get some peace. And if you live by the ocean, highly recommend going to the ocean, walking by the water. Walking by the water, I literally love it. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it just brings peace. And I always feel connected to God too. Like, just, you kind of get away from the distractions of everyday life, and you're just in nature, and just take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever it is, and just kind of like be zen, and you just feel so good. It's super refreshing. So I highly recommend that too. That's a super healthy habit to get into. Clean space provides a clear mind. If my room is chaotic, which it never really is, but like usually if I'm going out or whatever and I'm trying to find an outfit, my room becomes a disaster within like 5 minutes, and then I get lazy and I don't want to put my clothes away because I have to rush and leave. But when I come back and I see the room, I'm like, oh my gosh, my room is a mess. Same thing with my car. For the most part, my car is pretty clean. I love having clean things. Like, it's very rare that my car will be messy too. But those days where my room's a mess, my car is a mess, whatever it is, I feel all over the place. My brain, it literally represents my brain. So cleaning your space is super important. Make your bed in the morning. Dust off your tables, wipe them down, light candles, make the room smell good, organize, keep your car clean, just keep your spaces clean. I even do a digital cleanse. Like, I go through my phone, I'll delete contacts, the people I don't talk to anymore, I'll delete messages, I'll delete, like, I don't know, I'm just weird like that, but I honestly feel so much better after I do that. Like, when I have the time, doing a digital cleanse just feels really nice. I upload my pictures, back them up on my drive, so I have space on my phone. I do this for my iPad, my laptop too. Like, I'm OCD like that. Like, I literally just like everything clean when I get a chance to get to it. So, highly recommend that. Digital cleanses are nice. Yo, let me tell you, like, digital cleanses, I was talking to a friend one time about this, because she's like, what do you do for a digital cleanse? I'm like, girl, you go through your phone log, you just clear everything, delete apps you don't need, delete conversations. I used to be the person that was like, I'm going to keep this message just in case someone, wants to like try me a year later. Just like so stupid. And I'm sure you've seen those quotes too. People are like, I'm going to keep these receipts just in case you try to play me. I'll bring up March 30th, 2010 or whatever. Like, those are funny, but honestly, like, there is no need for that. Like, let go of the past, move forward, delete conversations that you don't even, people you don't even talk to anymore, or just whatever. Just go through your phone, do a cleanse, delete some apps. Same thing with your pictures, back them up. Keep your space clean and tidy. Everything that belongs to you, keep it clean. You're going to feel better. You'll have a clear mind. And it's a very, very good habit to get into. So these are my top healthy habits that I'm incorporating on a daily basis into my life. And like I said earlier, I am still working on these. I have not perfected them. And I used to put a lot of pressure on myself, like, oh my gosh, I have to do this, I have to do that. And then when I wouldn't, because we're human, we make mistakes or we'll fall off a bit. I'm just like, oh, like, why am I doing this? And I would just beat myself up for it. And then I realized, listen, I need to be gentle and I need to be patient with myself. Life is hard. We are going to encounter trials every single day. And you make your list of what you want to change and incorporate into your life, but you'll have moments where you slip up. And I just want to remind you guys to be patient with yourself, and one day at a time. It takes time to get into this consistent discipline routine, but that's what's going to make you successful with these habits, is being consistent and disciplined. And for some of you, writing it down every day may be helpful, or making a vision board. A lot of people love vision boards. It helps them. I like to make a list. I love writing stuff down. So I'll write down a to-do list every day. Or actually what I do is before I go to bed, I'll write a to-do list for the next day. So when I wake up, everything's already laid out. I go by times because sometimes you feel like you never have enough time in the day. So if I block things out by time, I'm able to like have a structured day. You don't have to do that. That's what I do, and it just helps me. So like I said, just identify what's going to help you stay consistent and focused and disciplined on your goals, because that is going to help you make it a habit. And then it's just going to be like second nature for you. And like I said, you're going to have moments where you slip up, but it's okay. You know, just take it one day at a time, get back on track. Like, do not be hard on yourself. It's all about having a healthy balance. You know, in order to achieve your goals and whatever it is you want out of life, you really do need to be intentional, and you have to be consistent. You have to be disciplined. You know, you have to have some sort of structure, because it is going to help you focus and get the stuff done. But also, you know, have that balance where you're still, you know, enjoying life, spending time with your friends, trying new things, going out, whatever it is, because that is important as well. You know, you have to have that healthy balance. Another habit, before I forget, because we're wrapping it up here, before I forget, a bedtime. I meant to put this in my bullet in my notes, and I forgot. But having a scheduled bedtime has improved my life as well. So I have to wake up early to go to work, and obviously, like, it is hard to get up early. But if you go to sleep early, it helps to wake up early. Sometimes I'm still tired, but getting rest is super important. You really should be getting at least 7 hours of sleep. You know, I know people that can function on 4 hours. I sometimes can be that person. It's not really healthy for your body at all. Like, there are times throughout the day where your body, like your organs and everything, is healing. Like, I think from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m., they say like that's like optimum healing time for your liver. I forget what other organs. That's from a book I'm reading too. And I was like, wow, like I didn't even know that. Like, there are times throughout the day where it's like optimal healing time for your organs. So you really need your rest. And obviously there will be some days where, you know, if you go out with your friends or whatever it is, you know, like I said, healthy balance. It's okay if like one day you're not going to bed exactly at whatever time you would like to, you know, but during the week, especially since most of us work Monday through Friday, you know, those days really take time to rest and just make sure you're getting enough sleep. Enough sleep, because getting enough sleep is going to allow you to have a clear mind and allow you to feel energized and ready to get your day going and working on those goals and everything that you have set. So that is the last habit that I have for you guys, is kind of figuring out a good bedtime regimen for you. Obviously, we all have different schedules. Some people work a 9 to 5. Some people work half days. Some people work 12s. So figure out what works in your schedule, but make sure that you are getting at least 7 hours of sleep. And if you do that consistently, you will see a positive change in your life as well. So that is it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it and could take away a lot of great things from it. I hope that some of these healthy habits, you know, help you in your life as well, whichever ones you feel will benefit you. And if you guys have any suggestions or any other healthy habits that you guys incorporate into your life, definitely shoot me a DM. Let me know. I would love to hear it. But yeah, so that is it for today. I hope you guys have a great week. And again, if you ever want to contact me or send me a message, episode suggestions, just hit me up on my personal Instagram or the Good Vibras podcast Instagram. Thank you guys so much for your love and support, and I'll catch you in next week's episode. Bye.